videos of TV shows that I watch. But now I'm doing 4 TV shows: Flash, Arrow, TVD, and the originals. I was just looking at my notes. And I may add more to it. And obviously, as more shows come back, like next year, there's some shows that I want to watch that aren't started yet and that are coming back, like Teen Wolf and The Legends of Tomorrow, and some other stuff. So I'm going to do an introduction video to my channel because I'm going to talk about different things, but that'll be in that video whenever that comes out. So right now, I'm going to talk about The Flash. I'm going to give 3 points for all like the shows that I watch, and 3 key things that I felt that was quite good talking point, basically a good thing that I wanted to talk about. So this is Flash season 2 episode 1 that I'm going to talk about, and I want to start off with Cisco, because Cisco is, I really like Cisco. He's one of my favourite characters. So I like the fact that he's working with Joe on his task force. I liked how it showed you where he had that vision vision thing from like the alternate world or alternate Earth or Earth 2 or whatever. So I want to know more about Cisco's powers. I want to know what makes Cisco, like his powers, like what makes his powers tick, like what triggers them and how can he control them, and I want to see him in a suit and stuff. So I'm really happy that they're exploring Cisco's powers now, so that's quite exciting. The second point I'm going to talk about is Ronnie. I really don't think he's dead. I think he's in Earth 2 or like alternate Earth, like another dimension, you know, whatever. But I really don't think he's dead. I think he's stuck somewhere, and hopefully they're going to find that out and they're going to get him back. But I am convinced that he is not dead. And I really want to know, like, see more of Ronnie. Not just Ronnie, but like Firestorm, so both of them. And so I'm looking forward to see if I'm right or not. He might be dead, but I'm hoping he's not. Barry's dad is the next point. Obviously I'm missing out tons that happened in this episode, but these are the points I wanted to bring up. I don't like Barry's dad getting out of prison, and that Wells admitted to, well, Ebert admitted to it. I think that was good that he admitted to it, but they must have an alternative motive even. I'm not convinced that it was him that killed. I don't know. No, he did kill Barry's mum, I think. I don't know, but I don't think it was just him. I think Zoom and him. I definitely think he knows Zoom. I'm pretty sure that he knows Zoom, because the way he was talking, like the way when he told Barry that you'll never be happy and that I'm not the thing you hate the most, I think it's got something to do with Zoom. I really do. And I don't know if Barry's dad knows anything about it. It was a little bit strange, but he might have just wanted to get away, so I'm not too sure about that. But we'll find out. I suppose. We definitely will. Arrow. I'm going to Arrow next. It was season 4, episode 1. The first thing I'm going to talk about is Felicity and Oliver. Felicity, or whatever they're called. I'm not bothered by the fact they're together, but at the same time, I don't really see why. It's like, yeah, they're together, but it's just like, do they really have to be together? It's just like, I don't know. It doesn't bother me too much. I am not a hater, but at the same time, it's just a bit like, yeah. But I think they were funny together in this episode though, like some of the stuff. It was quite funny, so it wasn't as mushy as it could have been. So that was quite good. Damien Dark working with Lance and like Dark's powers and stuff, that is like awesome. I want like that happening was cool. I wasn't expecting Lance at the end to be a part of it, but I disliked Lance so much. I hate him. I cannot stand that character. So yes, so hopefully we'll find out what they're going to do, but there's no way that Lance can be a part of that and not kill innocent people, to be fair, or be involved in their death. There's no way. So I can't wait to see where that storyline's going and talk about like the ending, like not like the bit where he became the Green Arrow and he said the speech, said he was going to be the Green Arrow. Hopefully the Green Arrow is going to be comical. That's what I've heard, that it is a bit more comical, but I don't know if they're going to do that or not. So that'd be good if it is. And like, I think that was a good point where he came out and he was like, I'm the Green Arrow kind of thing. Like, call him, I'll just not be associated, well, they're associated with the Arrow, but I mean like changing it up, so that's good. And I like the ending with the, this is an extra point, but never mind, 4 points. The bit at the grave where you see Barry and Oliver and we don't know who it is. And a lot of people are like, oh well, if it was Felicity's funeral, Barry wouldn't be late. But even if it was Felicity's funeral, he might have been late because we don't know what Zoom is doing. We don't know Zoom and how Zoom is what is Zoom doing to stop Barry getting to the funeral. Barry cannot just let Zoom, if something's going down, he has to be there. He can't just go, oh well, I'll just leave it, I've got to be at a funeral, even though it's upsetting. So it could be Felicity, but I think it's either Felicity or Diggle. Could be Thea, but I'm really thinking it's Felicity or Diggle, which is a big thing. So hopefully we'll find out that soon. Okay, so now if you're not into like vampire shows, so you can just like leave now. I'm going to be talking about the Vampire Diaries and originals now. So TVD, as I call it, as probably most people do. At first, the 3 points I want to talk about. The first point is I really enjoyed it without Elena. TVD without Elena was pretty damn good. I started to dislike her. And I was gutted when they killed Catherine off, because Catherine was nothing like Elena. Catherine was hot. And I don't understand it. I know it's the same actress, but I think it was her attitude. Catherine was really hot. And Elena was just... It was just like... She wasn't ugly, because like, that isn't nice. But she was like just... she was like quite... Her personality was just... It was really clingy as well. I think clingy is the right word to use there, but she was really just, I don't know how to describe it, I just did not like her, and without her I didn't miss her at all. They mentioned her, which was nice, which was okay and stuff, but I didn't miss Elena. I actually enjoyed it without Elena. I'm going to talk about Heretics. Now, I really enjoyed Lily's Heretics. They were good. It was fun. Seeing, I think it's Valerie, the one that got knocked over, I thought it was really fun the way she was like just, not fun, but funny, the fact that she was just, let me think for a second, she was just, she just hated it, she literally hated that one. She hates being there, she hates using technology, she really dislikes it, and I think that is funny. She gets knocked down, And then she went with the other vampire heretics, and killed them people. And it was hilarious. I really enjoyed Valerie. It wasn't hilarious, that's a bit of a strong word, it was funny. And I like to see where all these are, like, the stories are going. But the fact that Damon killed that heretic at the end, I think that's going to have lasting effects. I don't think Lily's going to let that slide, because we know she's not. She's took Caroline, and Enzo's on her side, and I want to see where Enzo fits in with his heretic dynamic. I really don't think that he's going to get along with them. I think he's there for Lily and Lily only. I don't know how he's going to react to the heretics. But poor Caroline, she never broke it. It was Bonnie and Damon, but she's in trouble now. And I'm going to talk about the 3 years later. That was brilliant. I want to know who that person is. Who that is, that woman that is after Stefan. What the hell has he done to piss this person off? He's got that scar on his chest, the cross thing that reopened, and Bo, is it? The mute one, he had it on his neck as well. So it's just like, that must be related in some sort to, like, future Stefan's kind of scar. But who is Stefan pissed off so much that they won't stop until he is dead? And Damon obviously was decayed. That's maybe not the word, but you know what I mean. He was all like grey and yeah. So he didn't seem too pleased, but like, she's back, so obviously, like, this is like someone that is after them, like, well, after Stefan, continuously, that she's maybe gave up, Stefan's got comfortable, and then she's realised, shit, she's back. So I want to know who this woman is. I think it could be Caroline or Lily, because by the outline it looked a bit like them, but at the same time, I want it to be someone else, someone that we wouldn't know, like, wouldn't think of, or someone we don't know. So maybe someone new, or whatever, but I think that it has to relate to Bo's scar as well. So I'm hoping that it's the same person's giving them the scar. That would be good. That would be cool. I'm really looking forward to that storyline. I don't know if I said it at the start. This is Vampire Season 7, Episode 1. But yeah, this was like a best. Like, this was a really good episode. I enjoyed this episode. I haven't really enjoyed Vampire Diaries for a while, but this was a really good episode. Next one I'm going to talk about is Originals, Season 3, Episode 1. Now, I really like Originals, but this episode wasn't, I think it was good, but I think Vampire Diaries was a better episode than this episode, but it was still really good. So the 3 points I'm going to talk about for the Originals are, the first one is the flashbacks. I really enjoyed the flashbacks. I really like to, like, see what it's like for them as the early years of being vampires. All 5 of them together. It's good that they were able to get the original Finn back and Cole, because you haven't seen the original Finn that much, so I think that's good. And to see that they weren't lords and ladies. They didn't know they didn't know how to communicate with them. They had to get Lucian, I think his name is Lucian, his help with that, to be able to communicate with people that were kings and stuff. So I think that it's good to show that they weren't always cultured. So I think that's quite a good thing, to show that they were hiding in the shadows. Not the shadows, not in like the dark or that, but they were hiding from people. They didn't want to be spotted, they didn't want to be seen. But then now, where they control it, they compel people to, they know what they're doing, they can be all, like Klaus is like, I'm Klaus Michelson and stuff like that. So they're more together, I think, and it's nice to see when they weren't. So I'm really looking forward to that. that Lucian character, Lucian, and Klaus, I really liked the way, like, the way he was like, oh, you need to trust me, Klaus, and Klaus was like, well, I don't trust anyone. I liked how, like, they were really jokey at the start when they first seen him again. And Klaus first seen him again, and they were a bit jokey, but then Klaus got serious and was like, well, I don't trust anyone. But he's not gonna just, like, you can see that Klaus wasn't gonna just ignore the warning, but at the same time, I don't think he wants to accept the warning either. So that's a good one. I want to see where, like, the people that they first turned, like the bloodlines, the first turned bloodlines. I want to see these people, see who they were, and I think obviously in the flashbacks we're going to find that out, but we're going to find out who they are. I think they're coming. I think they're all three of them, from Rebecca, Elijah and Klaus's the ones they first ever turned. I think they're coming. I think that's what I read, so I think that's going to be fun. And the bit I liked the most, but the bit I thought was intriguing the most was the apart from the flashbacks, was the Bayou stuff with Elijah, and he killed the hunters when he found out they killed the wolves. But the bit I liked the most was, like, I want to know who bought the Bayou. That is it. It's like, you don't just buy, like, that land must have been there for years, like, unbought or whatever. Now someone's went and bought it. I think it's definitely, I'm sure it has something to do with these vampires, these new vampires coming into it. It has to be. It is definitely one of them. I can't say definitely, but I think it is definitely. I'll say it anyway, but yeah. So that is, like, there's obviously more of, like, all these shows, all the episodes. These are just tiny little bits from each episode. Not massive bits. I didn't want to take too much of the big bits. I wanted to take the little bits from it. And it's not really a review of this. It's just more of the points I enjoyed and what I think would be interesting to learn more. I know I don't have any subscribers at the moment, but if anyone's watching this, you can comment down below about the points from each of these episodes, like 3 points from each of these episodes that you want to find out more, or what you think about these points that I've said, and your think of the outcomes and whatever. So I'm going to go there now. Thank you. Bye.